Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Kevin from investbangkokproperty.com. I've been getting a lot of requests about people asking me on what's the offer that Sansiri is giving for this project by the name of the Line Sukhumvit 101. At the same time, I also have my fair share of questions from our viewers whether the Line Sukhumvit 101, is it a good buy? Is it something that they should really consider to buy today? So I'm gonna do this review, the Line Sukhumvit 101. I'll give an overview of the project, just in case for those of you who are not too familiar, and then I will do a highlight on some of the units that are actually on offer by Sansiri. One of the reasons why I think this project has been trending recently is also because they are giving quite significant discounts for some of their units. From the price list that I can see, some of the selected units have discounts up to as high as about 30% or so. Um, and then I'll end off this video by giving my personal take on whether the Line Sukhumvit 101, is it still a good investment property in 2020. So let's just get right down to it. First off, I would just like to share with you the location. If you're not too familiar, I think location is always one very important consideration. It's along the green BTS line, and the nearest station is to Punnawithi station. So I will just switch over very briefly to my Google Map, and let's just see how far is the walking distance that Google show us. So just do the line. All right, it's actually in my history. All right, so the Line Sukhumvit 101 here, and let's just do a direction to Punnawithi BTS station, and it's actually not that far. The walk is only about 250 meters. All right, so from here it's just a straight line walk down a row of shop houses, then you will hit the BTS station. What's actually around Punnawithi area? Most of the time, if you guys have been following our channel, we will always advise our investors to probably stop your search at Onwood station. But for the past year or so, we have actually shone a spotlight on Punnawithi station, and the real reason why is because of this integrated project called the True Digital Park, which is right here. All right, so the True Digital Park is also within a short walk. It's actually linked via a sheltered walkway to Punnawithi station. So what's happened is this True Digital Park is actually a digital hub, where you actually get brands like Google and Huawei actually setting up their offices over there. So hopefully they can attract more big players over as well. It is actually a mall on the first three floors, if I remember correctly, and there's offices on top as well. It's actually being built in two phases. So the phase one has been completed, which you can see here on the Google map, and then if you see just right across the road, there's this construction ongoing. It's also gonna be part of this True Digital Park. So it has been back then when the news came out, or when it just completed sometime early last year, it was quite a hype going around it. And with the officers, that will also means that people who work here will probably be looking for housing options nearby as well. All right, so that's the idea. If there's not this True Digital Park, generally I personally would not advise anybody to actually look that far to Punnawithi. You should probably be able to find something of a similar value over at Onwood as well. Okay, so that's the location. Let me just go back to the slides. Okay, so some perspective. It's actually a ready to move in property. So probably I should get updated with some of the more recent photos. Okay, quick overview, right? It's a single story tower, about close to 800 units, and you actually get one bed, two bed, which is common. But in this case, there are also duplexes as well. So you can either have a one bedroom duplex or a two bedroom duplex. When it was launched, I think quite a lot of duplexes were sold. So probably just a handful of them are left for sale at the moment. All right, we'll see later at the end of this presentation. Okay, there's quite a repertoire of facilities that Sansiri have built into this 101 project. The facade looks pretty nice and modern. So I think one of the impressive thing about this project or property in Punnawithi is probably has one of the best finishing amongst the projects that are available in this area, and it really does comes with the cold kitchen, library. Okay, I'll just show you the slides that follows. Okay, just a quick overview of the site plan from the top bird's eye view. All right, drop off area. Okay, if there's one thing that we have to commend Sansiri for, it is always the quality and the delivery of their product. It is always quite on point as to what they show you in their brochures. This assurance of quality is also one of the reasons why it is a brand that is quite favored by a lot of foreign investors as well. All right. Okay, the swimming pool, cold kitchen, fitness area is on the 5th floor. Okay, so you have this co-working space, which is almost a common thing that you will see in all the modern condo nowadays, right? So especially you are buying a property near a tech hub, so you probably have a lot of, I don't know, people who are working solo or digital nomads. So this co-working space will be handy. All right. In fact, if I remember correctly, on the 3rd floor of True Digital Park, there's also a rather huge co-working space where it's actually on a membership basis. The last time I went, it was actually quite crowded inside. There's quite a lot of people actually renting a space there, actually doing whatever business they are involved in. Okay. That's an Olympic size pool. All right, on the 5th floor. Nowadays, if you buy a lot of the newer condo in Bangkok, right, unfortunately size is land is at a premium, so a lot of time the pools are probably at 25 meters, so you can't do a proper lap. Okay, but this is one of the rare projects that you will find an Olympic size pool inside the property. In fact, sometimes when I go to a more high-end development, I may not even get Olympic size swimming pool as well. Okay, so this is jumps from the facade. It's a lot of green open spaces that you always find in their projects. Right, it's always well thought of. There's a game room for you to just host your friends, chill out. Okay, very quickly, the floor plans is either facing okay, let me see. It's either facing south. Okay, I'll show you the view later. Alright, this is the duplexes. The units are all coming with high ceiling. Alright, of course, depending on the type of units that you buy. And on the rooftop is actually a jogging track with a multi-purpose sports court. So you can actually get all your exercises done. You can be at the gym on the 5th floor, or if you need to run, you don't need to run on the streets of Bangkok. All right, you can actually do everything within the comfort of your own place. All right, and you get a view as well. All right. Okay, yeah, this one, okay, this maybe special mention. I think that time when we looked that Line Sukhumvit, they also use the same so-called technology. So this multi-purpose court, right? Last time, if you are familiar, this is how a basketball court will look like. So they have this light technology. If you need you need to play basketball, need to play a basketball game, then the lines will actually depict the court of a basketball court, and then perhaps maybe you decide to play a game of futsal, then the lines will change, then the paint will actually go away, then it becomes a penalty box area, etc., for volleyball. I haven't personally tried it, but that's how it's supposed to work. Okay, let's just talk a bit about the view. So just now, I came. Let me just go back to the site plan. So it's either you have a choice of either looking at northeast view or southwest view. Generally, all right. So north is here. Okay, this is a rare one because it's just on a very tight angle. You probably want to check out this view. All right, most of the units are either this side or the other side. So this is northeast. All right, and okay, so anyway, if you're buying a 2-bedroom, say, you'll probably be concerned with what's the view at the corners, because most of the time the 2 bedrooms are actually at the corner units. If not, then it's either looking to the river southwest. So it's a trade-off. If you want to have a good view of the river waterway, of the water body, then you get some afternoon sun. But alternatively, if you are the traditional type that totally do not want any afternoon sun into a unit, then northeast view is pretty decent. All right, as long as you get a high enough level, that you actually get unblocked view all around. It's panoramic. Okay, one of the things that we do when we advise our client in terms of unit selections is also we will tell them how to go about choosing a prime unit. So just a very quick example. All right, I won't spend too much time on this. If you are really keen, then I will zoom into a good unit for you. So let's say just look at this project here, right? Given the choice, if I need to face the let's use this example, the northeast view. All right, I'll probably just choose unit from these particular few units, right? For example, just for example, right? I'll probably try to avoid a unit here because you can see that your view is actually restricted by here. All right, so these are minor things that will actually be quite important, especially when you take over the keys to the actual unit. So same thing if you are looking at the southwest view. So you probably want to avoid this unit. But at the same time, probably this unit is going to be the cheapest in the entire floor as well, right? But anyway, I would probably avoid these 2 units because I really get blocked here. Then I'll probably just try to see if I can get a unit amongst here. But if you're going for the bigger units, then it's always at the corner, right? Okay, so that's all for the view. Let me just show you a few floor plans of some of the units that I saw on the price list that are on discount, and I'll quote their prices to give you an indication of the kind of discounts that Sansiri is giving at the moment. But I hope you guys understand that these units being on sale or offer is on the first come first serve basis. So perhaps by the time you see this video and you connect with me, then some of the units may no longer be available. So let's see how it goes, right? So if you are looking at the typical smallest unit, the 1 bedroom, or should we say it's a studio? I mean, it's still a 1 bedroom, right? Because you still get a proper door. 27 square meters, I think is pretty decent. You're probably renting to the maybe white collar ties. You're probably working around the area, or probably expatriates. They are looking for rents of not more than 17,000 Thai baht per month. Then you appeal to them, right? So for example, a unit like this, you actually can get a unit that is going for about 3.59 million Thai baht, and I worked it backwards from the list price that they had originally. We are looking at about averagely about 10% discount. Okay, so quickly moving on, if you're looking for a slightly larger unit, there are still units available, 33 square meters. You can see that the layout, you actually have a wider living area. Okay, yep, in fact, some of these units, I saw one that is up to 30% discount, and the price starts from 4.59 million baht. Okay, of course, please understand that again, not every single unit will be up to 30% discount. Let's be honest, there will always be trade-off. The reason why a certain unit has such a high level of discount most of the time is because perhaps it's on a lower floor, the facing is not so favorable, etc., etc. All right, can't be all things being equal. A good unit will be selling at a huge discount as a lousy unit. So again, the discount is attractive, but when you talk to us, I will advise you whether this unit is it really a good unit down the road. Then perhaps you are better off getting a unit with a lesser discount but with a better facing. So again, we have to see what's available. There are also a handful of duplexes available. Not a lot from what I can see, about 2 to 3. Hopefully they're still available. So you can see that this duplex is at a whopping 33% discount and it's going for 4.99 million baht. Well, what's the catch? Again, if I remember correctly, it's on the 5th floor. It's a low floor unit. But maybe if the 5th floor you still get unblocked or you are facing away from the main road, maybe you can still consider, right? Duplexes are of a lesser supply, so-called, versus the many one-bedroom simplex that are in the market. So if you have a choice, then perhaps you can always consider buying a duplex. There will always be people who love duplex. And the beautiful thing about duplexes in Thailand, right, where I come from in Singapore, you have to pay for the airspace, which is these floor areas, right? It's all calculated into the price. And if you are coming from China, I understand that the what you're paying for is not just the interior space, but also the common areas is divided equally amongst all the buyers, and you actually have to pay for it. But in Thailand, right, when they say 41 square meters, it's actually referring to the footprint on the level 1 only. And in fact, these 41 square meters do not include this bedroom that's on the 2nd floor. So that's how Thailand works, right? So duplexes and then if you're looking for a 2-bedroom duplex, I've seen one as high as 25% discount. So price starts from 7.99 million Thai baht. Okay, and that is not all there is. All right, here's more. Okay, Sansiri is actually offering a free furniture package. Basically, the units will come fully furnished. So if you are a investor, you want it to be hassle-free. Renovation, if you're not in the country, can be a problem, especially if you do not speak their language very well, or you do not have someone trustworthy to take care of things like this for you. Over at our agency, BKK Gongyu, we do assist our client with furnishing their property, but most of the time, if the developer is providing a free furniture package, then it's actually better. Alright, so the moment you take your keys, you can actually use it or you can rent it out. And they are also, on top of that, they are also giving you this 1-year property care service. It basically means that this first year of renting and selling, they will actually offer you this service for free. Usually it's payable on a yearly basis. That's actually what we do also. But if they are giving it for free for the first year, then just use it and let them help you find your tenant for the first year. Okay, so coming to the last part, all right, then the question is the Line Sukhumvit 101 a worthy buy in 2020? All right, to answer this question, right, I will have to mention this project by the name of Wisdom 101. Okay, by also another reputable developer, MQDC, Magnolia Quality Development Corporation. Okay, like it or not, I'm not sure whether you are watching because you are intending to buy 101 or you have already bought 101 few years ago. Like it or not, alright, you will always be compared against this project called Wisdom 101. And if you're not too familiar, just now I mentioned about this True Digital Park as an integrated project. So not only does it have the mall below, not only does it have the offices above, it also have 3 towers of condo that were built along with it. Wisdom Connect, Wisdom Inspire, and Wisdom Essence. 2 towers have completed. The 3rd tower, Wisdom Inspire, is still under construction. And together, these 3 towers use a total of about close to 1,500 units. From our experience when we were marketing this project with our clients, some of our clients actually bought in the 1st and 2nd phase. The rental take-up was actually pretty strong. One of the reason is, of course, because a lot of these tenants are actually coming from the Wisdom 101 office spaces. So you have a condo that is connected right to a mall and office, and this project is actually connected via a skywalk. All right, the distance from this project to the MRT is actually to the BTS is actually longer. Okay, let me just show you through digital park. Okay, so let me just take this away and let me just show you through digital park. Okay, the walking distance is actually slightly longer. So you can see here it's about 400 meters. All right, let me just round it up the figure 400 meters. Okay, but the one major advantage that this project has is if you see our video in investbangkokproperty.com, I actually did a walk. It's actually sheltered all the way to the BTS station. Okay, so rain or shine, you will get home no matter what from the BTS station. So alright, let me just quickly go here. Okay, if you are first time watching this video, right, so this is our website, investbangkokproperty.com. So over here you can actually upload all the videos that we have. We have a map showing you the projects, what's around, and then we also run whatever webinars, Bangkok property tour information we'll put here also. So you can always visit this website and subscribe to us. Okay, if you are looking for any particular project, then you can actually just use a search bar. So let me just use this website myself, my own website, and do a search. Alright, so Wisdom 101, let me just click inside. And yep, so this is the True Digital Park that we're talking about. We actually did quite a number. I did a review, right? ASEAN's largest digital hub. We have 360 video of the project. Well, why am I talking so much? Because let's face it, if you are an investor buying into 101, you will always be up against Wisdom 101 as a comparison. So it is important that you know your competition, and then you know where's your value proposition. Alright, so you can actually just check out, but of course the market is definitely big enough to accommodate Wisdom 101 and the Line Sukhumvit 101 as well. Right, now of course with this COVID situation, everybody is suffering everywhere, even in Singapore. But when the market comes back, and if you feel that this area has a potential to develop further, then I would say that try to see if there's actually a unit in Sukhumvit 101 that allows you to enter in at a very attractive price point with the discount that Sansiri is offering. So if there is, then you have this margin of safety. Then you can actually ask for a lower rent, and you still attract tenant and get a decent yield. Okay, if you are wondering how what kind of rent these people are getting in this area, right, you can always visit this this website portal called DD Property. Just do a quick search, Wisdom 101. Okay, let me just see, Wisdom Connect. Alright, just use a existing project. Okay, so you can see here, okay, let me just filter further. I'm just assuming a lot of you are just buying a one bedroom, so let's just search. Okay, so obviously those people who bought Wisdom Inspire, it was at a higher price, but with each phase launch, they actually came with more, I would say, better finishing and stuff, right? So Wisdom Connect is the very first tower, and from what I know from our guys who are doing the property management for our clients who bought this project, right, the rent is actually pretty brisk. You actually have the management even told us that people actually just walk in and ask, are there units for rent, and then it really depends on whether they are available. So you can see here, people are generally asking for one bedroom 30 square meters, 16,000, 14,000. Okay, this is a larger one, so this guy is looking at 20,000, 16,000, 19,000. Okay, this one maybe just want to rent it out fast, 13,000. Okay, but the another thing is over in Bangkok, right, this when you look at this information, right, unfortunately you also have to learn to filter false information, right? You can use these numbers as a guide. You got to ask yourself, like, try not to be how to try not to be biased and just look out for the very extreme ends of the high price and the low price. Just have a feel of the average price, because in Thailand the real estate agents market is not regulated, unlike Singapore. Back then, few years ago, back in Singapore, we have the exact same situation. So a lot of agents will actually post ridiculously low prices just to attract you to call them, and then they will tell you things like, oh, sorry, the unit is gone, right? Then they say, actually I have other units, then it's actually back at the normal prices. So that is the same thing that is going on in the Thailand real estate market as well. So you have to just be more discerning and ask yourself, if you see on average everybody is asking 15 to 16,000, and then this one joker is asking 10,000, most likely it's not a real listing lah. Right? So I would say that I can see here averagely is about 16,000. So you just use this as a guide and punch it against the price offer you're getting from Sansiri for the Line Sukhumvit 101. If you want to, you can give yourself another 10 to 20% buffer discount, take less than to 20% off a 16,000. So let's say you work on the basis of a 14,000 Thai baht a month rent, and you divide against your one bedroom price, and you have to ask yourself, are you getting a decent yield for it? If yes, then I would say that is something that you can consider, or perhaps you actually can get a very nice unit in Sukhumvit 101. Okay, one thing that I can say that you will probably attract people to the Line Sukhumvit 101 is the quality of finishing. So as I've mentioned, I think the service provided by the Sansiri concierge, and also the quality of the delivery, they'll because after all, it's for own stay. Tenants are renting for own stay, so they will consider small things like this, like, oh, I have a nice common area, the building looks new, and so on and so forth. So all this will definitely makes a difference to whether you can rent out your property or not, or whether is it a good property for renting out. Alright, so going back to my slide. So okay, enough I've mentioned about these two. So if you are interested to know how exactly one bedroom in the Line 101 looks like, alright, because now I think a lot of us are not able to travel during this period of time. Okay, let me just point you to this website. You can go to this website here. Okay, you can see here the Line Sukhumvit 101.com. Okay, just scroll down, and you will see this. Alright, this is the video tours. Okay, so this is a typical 27.5. So it's actually captured on 3D virtual tour, right? So you can just swipe around and see, okay, really the ceiling height is exceptionally high, so you can put a very nice chandelier. Okay, the problem with a lot of so-called smaller projects is because the developer needs to maximize the amount of units, or so-called height that they can maximize, squeeze every single square foot to sell, right? Some projects do have like way lower than usual ceiling height. So most of the time we are used to a ceiling height of say about 2.8 average meters, but some you will find that how come seems to be a bit more lower than usual. Sometimes you lower it 2.6 and all these things. All this will make a difference. A high ceiling make the unit a lot brighter. You will not make it so catastrophic, even though that this is a 27 square meters unit. Okay, and so this is the actual unit, okay, which they have created. So you can come in here, go inside the bedroom. Okay, decent size bedroom. I think this is at least a queen size bed. Okay, again, high ceiling height. Okay, I don't think this is very high. My guess is with the track at eye level, this is probably about 10th floor. Right, that's my guess, 10th floor or something. Right, so you can go. Okay, so let me just go back. This the 33 square meters unit. Right, so definitely a more livable space here. You even have space for dining area or you know, okay. In this case, they use it as a study, as a kitchen. Um, you will realize that I think I do prefer this 33 square meters because the length is actually wider, so the unit will definitely be brighter. Okay, let me just go here, take a look. Okay, this is the bedroom. There's the entrance, come in, right? So pretty cool. Okay, so I don't think the furnishing that they are giving will be exactly like what you see, but it will be close enough. So yeah, if you're keen, I actually have the furniture package as well, so I can show it to you as well, right? So that's how it is. Okay, so I hope you guys have a good overview of this project. Oh, I think I missed that out. Okay, so that's the screenshot that I wanted to show you. Okay, so this is the furniture package that they are giving you. This assuming you're looking at one bedroom. So they give you a sofa, a bed, pretty much almost everything already. Closet, coffee table. Okay, so you just need to buy your own electrical stuff. Like I don't think they are giving you the TV. No washing machine also. All right, so these two you have to buy yourself. So I guess washing machine is a personal preference. So a lot of times I realize in a lot of projects they leave it out. Maybe because people cannot decide whether they want a front load or top load. Okay, so so that's all for my very short, should I say short review of the Line Sukhumvit 101. In summary, I would say that you actually get assurance of quality for this project, and if you are looking to buy this project, your natural catchment area will be first off people who are working nearby, which is at the True Digital Park. But bearing in mind that these people will also be considering available units from Wisdom 101 as well. But of course, at the same time, because the rent there are relatively attractive, let's just assume that it's at about 14 to 15,000 Thai baht per month. You will also get people who are maybe looking for cheaper options versus staying in Thong or Ekamai. Alright, but you will again get competition from condos who are in, say, Onwood as well. So you have to bear that in mind. But hey, you're about 250 meters walk away from the BTS station, which is again not too bad as well. So most importantly, if you ever want to buy this project, my take is you have to see whether the units on offer, the promotions, do they have actually good units that are still left, right, with the discount? If there are, then I think that's something that you can consider. But if not, then perhaps there might really be better options out there, right? So if you guys are interested to know more, like exactly what are the units, you can actually drop me a message. I'll leave my contact details in the description below. So you can actually WhatsApp me, you can WeChat me, or you can email me as well, right? So I'll look forward to hearing from you. And if there's any particular project that you want me to do a review on, please feel free to leave a comment below, right? So please do subscribe and share our video to anybody who might benefit from this information as well. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'll sign off here. Bye bye.